Alright guys, it's Justin again with another strange and special review. This is going to be on another book actually. This is a Chinese guide that I saw posted on Facebook by, I believe it was Toy Maker. I went ahead and looked at some preview images of this thing, and it looked really nice. All the pictures seemed really like in-depth and stuff like that. And it's a book basically entirely on weathering, and it's exclusive to Gundams and mobile suits and stuff like that. So this is volume 1. That's the first thing I do want to take a note of, is that volume 1. And I'm not really sure anything else about this. I don't know who wrote it or anything like that, but I just wanted to kind of give some impressions on it and let you guys know what I thought. I bought this on HobbyMate. It's listed, I think, for $40, and that's in some other currency that isn't American dollars. It cost me about 36 American dollars, so the exchange rate wasn't too outrageously different. And shipping was the big one, and it cost about the same to ship it as it did to buy the book. But just flipping through this thing a couple times, I'm already not disappointed. I'm glad that I bought it. I got it in literally, I mean, as soon as I bought the thing, they set it to shipping like an hour later, and it was out the door. I got it in like 4 days. So, and that's including, like, it was over the weekend. So I bought it on like a Friday, and today is technically, I guess, Wednesday. So, you know, I got it really quickly. So, on the cover here, already very appealing to me because the EZ-8 is the most beautiful mobile suit in all of Gundam. I don't care what anybody says. These are my customs forms and my other things. Let's do that over there. But, there we go. I actually missed this the first time through. Here's a nice, interesting picture of a Zaku 2.0 frame standing in front of a bunch of paints holding an airbrush. Kind of cool. But it goes through and it talks about, well, I guess it talks about tools and some of the techniques described throughout the guide. You know, getting different types of paint, stuff like that, and how they're used. And again, different methods and techniques of weathering, streaking, things like that. It actually uses some real world examples. And where is it at? It explains, you know, Vallejo air, priming, how to get all your stuff set up, thinning with lighter fluid, and then it goes into the guide. So the first one you see here is the Hygog, which looks stunning with some weather on it. Like, it's amazing how good this looks, being a high-grade kit, and just, you know, slapping some weather on this thing. Like, look at this guy. That is really cool. So it shows some of the surface prep, and then it goes over coloring. Another thing that I really like is that it shows pretty clearly what colors they use for the parts, and if you look at some of the text, it actually shows you the percentages they use. And a cool thing that I've been doing is I take my phone, I have an Android phone, you can take a picture of the text if you have the Google Translate app, and you can actually translate this text. In some areas later in the book, it's definitely not very helpful, but for things like this, it's not too bad. Google has a little bit of work to do there, but, you know. But then we go into detailing and stuff like that, and making the model really pretty. And then, you know, once you have a nice, normally built mobile suit, it's time to tear it up. So they go into chipping, and one of the cool things I like is the oil washing with the streaking and stuff like that. So that looks really nice and adds a really unique effect. And it even shows the directions and stuff that they use to do it. So this one they use kind of like a sideways, like I would think to do it the other way. But when that's all done, they do some chipping on the edges and stuff like that, and then, you know, just highlight everything, bring all the details out, and then they hit it with the sponge and some additional brushing, stuff like that. And finally, you've got the weathered, completed kit, and it looks really grimy and dirty, and there you go. So there's some other models in here. There's a RG Zaku, which I think I'm going to actually use this as a guide for my RG when I get the RG kits in. And it goes over the entire process. So other models, oh look, there's like a paint chart for you, so it shows everything. The 1:35 hard graph. I don't know if this is the WAPA, but it comes with a little figure, and it shows the way that's all painted up and finished. There's a Goof Custom, which looks fantastic. I really like the way this is done. They even use the Bandai option hands, so this guide is actually pretty new. Because I know those option parts haven't been out too long. I think they started coming out when I started getting into this hobby, maybe a little after. And then there's some shots of it fighting the EZ8. There's a Zaku 2.0, looking great, showing off the frame. Zaku Cannon, and then finally the wonderful EZ8, which I'm in love with the way this is done. So I'm probably going to take a lot of cues from this as well when I decide to build my EZ8. I really like the color separation they did, so I'll definitely be doing something like that. But yeah, it shows off a lot of completed shots and some of the things that they did to achieve all the weathering and stuff. I don't know if they go over decals, because that would be awesome if they did. Yeah, I don't see anything. So, I mean, some of it you're gonna have to kind of come up with on your own, but I don't know. It's really cool. It's a really cool guide. I'm in love with it. I plan on referencing this quite frequently, because I really enjoy weathering and I would really like to become better at it. I really think it adds a certain depth and a certain feel to your modeling. So if you like weathering, you want to learn more about it, even if you can't really read it, I mean, if you can translate some of this stuff, it's a great pickup. For the pictures alone, I think that they speak, you know, so much about, you know, this is in general. So, I mean, you can really pull a lot just from the pictures. And using a little bit of common sense, you can kind of figure out what's going on in these. But if you're not into weathering, or you don't want to read Chinese or read around Chinese, you're not big on pictures, or you don't like reference guides, wouldn't pick it up. But otherwise, I definitely recommend this thing. It's fantastic. I would definitely buy it again, and I definitely am going to be on the lookout for the second book, because this is really nice, and I hope to see a lot more like this. So that's all for this one, and I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you at the next video. Thanks.